Hello everyone. So this is Kumar here. I'm again back with another Wednesday talks. So this time it will be on the JCL shortcuts, so which has been used in real time. This is the practical video I'm going to explain with all the different shortcuts that has been used over more than 20 years on the mainframe. Okay, so without wasting any time, so let me get connected to the mainframe and okay, the first shortcut that we will be learning is the copy the data from input file to output file. So what is the shortcut that we use? Sort fields equal to copy. This is added in the system id star, and we use sort in and sort out the system defined id names, and sysprint for the log messages, and the work spaces work temporary names for the buffer purpose. Okay, so this we can ignore that. So when you are using just simple sort calls, if the volume is more, then we can use that. Okay, so let me submit this and see what happens. Okay, the data. Okay, so before that, let's see the data, what data we have. Okay, so I have, okay, sort in. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so now I have how many records? So I have 21 records, and it's starting with the name Vijay and ending with the name Abayak. Okay, so I'm just trying to since I have already run that, so let's look at the sort out file as well. So if it has copied the same thing, so it started with Vijay and ended with Abayak. Yeah, so total 21 records has been copied, and it's, if you remember, even though the name is sort, it has just copied the file, so we haven't yet sorted this, and the next shortcut will be sorting one. Okay, let's do that. So this particular JCL has more than 10 steps. I'm running only one step each other to explain you the different shortcuts that we'll be using. So now we have this shortcut, and in that we are going to sort the input file. So let's first see the input file and see how it is there. Yeah, so you can see 1 2 3 4, and there is a 20, and then we have 23 and 20. So okay, so just I wanted make sure all the account numbers are in a sorted order. So first what we'll do, we will give the first position. Okay, so starting position, which field that you wanted to sort. So I want to sort the account field. Let's consider this is as account number, this is a name, and then we have the amount balance. So starting at 1 position, and how many bytes is this field? So this is of 5 bytes. So now I'm going to specify the first byte is the starting position, and 5 is the total length of that specific fields, and then what type of it is, character, and then ascending order I'm going to sort that. Okay, so let's submit this so that it will get sorted. No, it's a JCL error, so just I wanted to avoid that. Okay, so what I can do is I need to run the step 200. Okay, so first, okay, no, so first let me do this step 200. Okay, first I have several steps there, so just I wanted to run only a specific step, that is step uh, 200. So how do you do that? Restart step 200 so that it will run only that specific step. Okay, now it is ended with 0. So let's look at the output file. Now you can see everything is being sorted out. Do you see 20 here? No, right? So 20 is come here and there. Okay, so now this is the main purpose of sort. I mean to say sort fields in either in an ascending order or a descending order. So if you want to sort it in descending order, you can sort it in a descending order. Okay, so now let's come to the another sort, so which is copying the records with skip option to skip a specific record. So how do I copy? So then everything remains same. So just the only things that gets changed is skip records. We add another keyword, that is skip record equal to 10. So out of 21 records I wanted to skip the first 10 records, and I wanted to copy the rest 11 records into the sort out file. So what is the step name of this? 300. So just I wanted to execute only these particular steps. So step 300. So just submit that. Okay, it has run, and let's open the file. Now you can see it has skipped the first 10 records but copied only the rest 11 records. So that's the use of skip records. So this is the third type of a shortcut that we just discussed, and the next one is uh, using skip records and stop after. Okay, so this one, what it will do is it will skip the first 10 records and we are telling to stop after copying the 5 records. So what is the step name? Step name is 400, so I wanted to just run only the step 400. So in that case, what I can do, I need to end this. Okay, and in the top I have given 300, sorry, 400. So okay, let's submit this and end it. Oh, step step 400, where is that? Okay, so I have run this. Yep, so this looks okay. So but what happened? Why this is not getting executed? Okay, let me make it, since this is already created, right? So let's make this as old. Okay, okay, now run this. Yep, so that it will delete and create back the file. Okay, so now you can see only it has skipped the first 11 records, 10 records, and then it has copied the 5 records out of the 21 records. So that's about another type of a shortcuts that we regularly use in any of the projects that we work on. So remember, skip records will skip the record, stop after will give you like how many records you wanted to copy. So this will be this situation comes up when you're trying to debug, or when there is an issue, or when you have specific conditions that you may get across when you're working on it. Okay, so copying the records with skip and stop after option. Okay, this time we will sort and copy the data that we have done. So this time what we have done, we have sorted the data. Earlier when I copied, so did I sort it? No, I haven't sorted, just it was just a copy. So whatever the order that was there, so that's been copied. But this time when we have sorted this, so we have already, so first we are sorting, then we are trying to use the other conditions that we need to use. Okay, okay, that's fine. Now let's see how to eliminate the duplicate. So now let's work on how do we eliminate the duplicate, so which is step 500. So what is a control card that we can sort cards that we can use? Sort fields equal to copy and sum fields equal to none, so that it will eliminate the duplicates within this specific thing. Okay, okay, now first let's look at the input file, how it is. If not, if we'll make some changes to this. Okay, so let's say okay, so Vijay is there here as well, so let me make this 5000, and here also let's make this as 5000, and then where it is here. Okay, so now, so still will this be considered as a duplicate? No, right? So this has to be 01 and this has to be 01. Okay, let's say this has to be 01. So now let's see if we can eliminate that. Okay, so now let's run this, and the field that I have used is sum fields equals to none. Okay, submit, run, and then sort out. Okay, so now you can see, can you see the duplicates here? Okay, what happened? Okay, so I've made some little changes. So earlier it was just a sort fields equal to copy, so it was trying to copy the entire record. So first we need to select the fields, so I'm trying to select the first fields and check if there are any duplicates for that specific fields. If you want to add multiple fields, if you want to sort based on the multiple fields and eliminate the duplicates, you can add another fields here as well. So since I'm taking the first account number and sorting it, so let me submit this and see what will happen here. So it ended, and let's see this. So now you can see Vijay is there here. So do you see Vijay has been repeated anywhere? No, right? So if you look at the input file, right, so you can see that specific records repeated here, repeated there, and everywhere. Okay, so that's the importance of a sort fields. I mean, how you can eliminate the duplicate records within an implement. Only one record will be added, rest of the duplicates will not be added. So what I wanted to see, how many times the duplicate record has been added. So in that case, so we use another shortcut named as xsum. So okay, let me delete this, and let me make it as step 600. I wanted to run, so step 600, and how the shortcut should look like. So here what we are going to do is we are going to let me make this as a old and sort out. Okay, let's make it as a this one. We are trying to add another file, so this will copy the duplicates within this. And what you can do, sort fields equal to none comma xsum. So this is how we'll be using this, and we have to run this. Okay, so when you use this xsum and when you use this sort xsum and when you submit this, so this will all the duplicate records which were skipped earlier, right? So that will be copied to this for some reason. So for when my system it's not running properly, so but ideally, so this uh, this should work. Okay, so earlier what we have tried, sum fields equals to none, so the duplicates will be eliminated, but the duplicates are not copied. If you want to copy the duplicates to this file, so you can use this specific shortcut. Okay, so that's the one. And the next one I would like to see is now let's copy the records based on some conditions. Let's try to copy based on some condition. How to do that, we'll see. Now first let's open this input file. So my requirement is to copy the records whose name is with Vijay or Kumar, let's say. Okay, so what is the position here? 5, 6, 7th, and how many bytes it is? 5 bytes. I wanted to just copy these specific records where the name is Vijay. Okay, so okay, once again I go back here and I need to know the position of it. So since to know the position, so 5, 6, 7, right, 7th position, and it's a 5 bytes. So let me go here and write the condition for this. So sort fields equal to copy, and I need to write the condition. So it is starting at 7th, and how many bytes it is? 5, and the character type it's equal to. So we are using a relational operator here, equal to, where the value is Vijay. So just I want to run this, and since the sort out is already created, so if I use old, so this will recreate the new file and just get it loaded. So this is very simple. This is very tricky, and you try this out. So normally sometimes what happens is the people will create, delete, and do all the things. Just use the old so that it will work simply. Okay, okay, so now let's do and sort out. Okay, now you can see only the records with the name Vijay has been copied. So that's this will be used a lot, so we need to check for the condition, and you can also write this condition, or you can also write this condition there. Okay, for example, if I want or 7 comma 5 equal to Kumar. Okay, if I want to check for this Kumar, okay, then also you can search for this. Okay, so I think that's what happened there. Okay, comma, okay, I think that I missed it. Okay, so that's how I wanted to check the output. So now you can see all the names with Vijay and Kumar has been copied. And if you want to continue this for if you have several other conditions where you wanted to copy, so you can repeat multiple or conditions there and you can work on it. Okay, so that's how we can use include condition. Include condition if you are a fresher or if you are just a 1-year experience guy, and so if you look at the project, if you are newly tagged to the projects, and you'll be seeing these conditions a lot within your project. So just remember this include condition is used a lot. Okay, now let's try the reverse one. Okay, so the reverse one is, let's copy the record based on some conditions, that is using omit. Okay, omit this time. So here what I've done is I've copied only the records whose name is Vijay or Kumar, right? So let me exclude those. So how do I do that? First let me make this 800. Okay, just go to here and okay, so since I wanted to run this specific step, okay, yep, okay, so sort fields equal to copy and 7 comma 5 Vijay. So just one and let me submit. So before that, let me make this as old. Okay, and run it. So ended. So let me browse this. Let's search for Vijay. No, he's not here, so that's been omitted. So that's the another shortcut that we use, and the same thing you can use or conditions here. So if you want to eliminate, if you want to exclude other records as well, so just try to continue or, and you can specify the positions here. Just I'm taking a specific position. If you feel like, if you want to check the condition, okay, where the specific record name is Anil and whose salary is $6,000, so then I wanted to exclude those specific records, then you can change those specific conditions and or use these operators and then submit it, so that will work. Okay, so now we are done with the omit condition as well. So include omit condition. So far how many control cards we have finished? We have finished almost 8 control cards. Remember, these control cards are used a lot. And start with, if you're very new to this, start the sequence that I'm telling it. I mean, it really helps you. So it's not that mandatory to follow this, just as a experience I'm saying. So this will, I mean, don't take the control card which is which is I mean, which is huge. I mean, it will confuse you. Go step by step and look at the other control cards which has a multiple conditions there added. Okay, so it's very simple, you know. Okay, so now let's work on some formatting stuff. Okay, so I wanted to format when trying to copy the input file from input file to output file. So how do I do that? So let's work on this. Okay, so now I have this input file. So let me open the input file first. Okay, okay, sort in. Okay, okay, so now what I wanted to do is I wanted to copy only the account number and the amount. Okay, so I don't want my output file with names. So I just wanted to copy the field 1 and the field 2. So the field 1 is starting at position 1 in the input file, and its length is 5 bytes, and the field 3, I mean, this is the field 3 and this will become the field 2 in the output file. So this is starting at 1, and how many bytes it is? 1 2 3 4 5, right? So how do I write this? So now here sort fields equal to copy in rec fields equals to, so this is the this is first one is an output. Okay, this is an input file. So from the input, so which starting position is 1. Okay, so 1, and how many bytes it is? It's a 5 bytes length, so that's the 5 bytes. Okay, and where do you want this to be placed? This to be placed in an output file. Either it's on the same first column, or you wanted to change the, let's make it, I wanted to place it in the 5th column in the output file. Okay, that's good. Then next, take this field. So here it is starting with a 21, right? It is in the input file, so let's make this as a 21. And similarly, so where do you want this placed in the output file? Let's say I want to place it at the 10th column in the output file, so then you can make this as a 10. And how many bytes it is? 5 bytes. Okay, perfect. So now we will run this. Okay, so before that, let me close this input file, and then what we'll do is, which is step 900. So let me make this as step 900, and let's run this. Okay, perfect, it ran. So not sure how the output gonna, my fingers are crossed. Let's check the output. Wow, now you can see that the first field copied at this specific position, and let me open it in view mode for the better thing. Okay, now you can see that, so the first field copied in the output file at the 5th position, and the second one copied at the 10th position. Okay, now let me make some other changes to this. Step 900. Okay, so let me, instead of 10, let me make it as 20. Okay, so that we can see the difference there. Okay, submitted, and let's see the output. Okay, open this, the view mode. Now you can see the only these specific records were copied. So where what about the name is been not copied. So this is called as a formatting shortcuts. So whenever you wanted to format some data in the from the input file and copy the selected fields to the output file, so there will be a situation where you have 10 to 12 fields and you just want only or it may be in the input file you may have 20-30 fields as well. So just you wanted to copy only 2 to 3 fields or 4 fields. So in that case you can use this inrec. So this eliminates the COBOL program or PL bar 1 program or the assembler program code, eliminates very simply, and it's very faster. So especially sometimes if there is an issue and we try to debug and we wanted only specific fields, then we can pull this information. Okay, so step 900, the ninth control card is completed. Now let's move on to another control card which is quite opposite to this. So not opposite, sorry. So we will work with the outrec. So since this is completed, so this should make it as 1000, right? Okay, so I'll make it as 1000, so that will be the okay inrec and outrec. So we'll use the same thing and we'll see now how this will work. Okay, so this is the control. Okay, I'll use the same thing. Step 1000, step 1000. Okay, let me go to 1000. Okay, and let me end this. Okay, let me end this and run this. Okay, so this got error. Let's see why. Okay, so let's make this as old, so that could be the possible reason, and let's submit this. Now you can see. So let's see what happened here. It did the same thing. So inrec and outrec perform the same thing. Okay, but what is the difference exactly? So indirect outrec, it's basically the same thing, but now I need to tell you all so what exactly the difference is. So indirect, it adds, deletes and reformats data before the records are sorted out, whereas outrec, after the records are sorted, it works on reformatting. So before indirect will first reformats and then it sorts the data and it will copy the data. So that's the reason many people will say that okay, so when you are using an indirect, the performance is better. So if you want to try this and if you want to test it, so what you do is just make 1 million records in the input file, just try with indirect and try with outrec and see the performance, or observe the time that has been taken for that specific job. Okay, just have a try on this. So that's so that with that we have completed 10 different cards. And the next one, let's look at the splitting of the files. If you want to split the files, like I want to split the file based on some specific conditions, so I have two output files. I mean, if you want to copy the data based on some conditions, so you'll be using another DD names called as sort output file 1 and output file 2 and 3, 4, 5, so a number of file names you can use it, but the only shortcuts will change. Outfill files equals to 1, this map it to 1, and if you want to add any specific condition, you can condition. So what I'm trying to do basically here is I wanted to copy the records whose name is with Vijay to output file 1 and whose name is with Kumar. I wanted to copy to output file 2. So this shortcut will work and this gets copied to the specific records. Okay, so now we have this sort out file and out2. So what I've done, sort field is equal to copy. So we are trying to copy the records where the condition is this Vijay and Kumar to file 1 and file 2. So let's run this and see the output. It ran good, and let's say we have to go here 3.4 and okay, say now you can see in output file 2 you have only Kumar records, and then let's look at the one so where you can see only the Vijay records has been added. Okay, so if you want to split this, so the next one in the shortcuts comes up is the splitting, right? So if you want to split the records using start, so what you can code is So again, so you have the shortcuts, output file, input file. Let's make this as 1200. Okay, and then out fields equal to copy, then output files equal to endrec, and startrec equal to 11, and endrec equal to 20. So here what I'm trying to do here is I wanted to copy the first 10 records into one file, and then 11th to 20th records into the second file. So this is also possible, and this is also some of the one of the interview asked in if interview question point of view also. This is very important. So how do I copy first 10 records into one file, and the next 10 records into another file, and the next 10 records into another file? So you can use startrec and endrec. Okay, so this is how we write the shortcut. So far I think I have covered almost the very important shortcuts that can be used in a real time, and that's been used from ages. Okay, and still we are going to use it. So the reason why we will be using the shortcuts, though any reason specific, so to eliminate the programming part and to faster the process and to get the results in a quicker way. And not only this, in a day-to-day batch jobs you have millions of records, especially for the finance projects. If you are working on any of the finance projects, so there you get the daily transactions in million records, and the batch jobs, they may be they may need sorting or format editing or condition based on they wanted to pull the files and send it to some other different systems. So this shortcuts very plays a very key role. So the more the shortcuts you know, the more uh, the best programmer you are. Okay, so you may ask anything. So are these the basics? No. So we have many other shortcuts. So I can say like this is the foundation that gives you the on the shortcuts. So we have many other shortcuts as well. Some of the questions I can say, like if you want to split the records. So I mean, if you have 100 records and if you want 10 records to be copied to the first and 10 records to the second file, third file, so you can use it. And here so we can use another one. So if you want to copy let's say if you want the first record to be copied to the first file, second, third, fourth, and then if you use this command, right? So what happens, if you can copy the specific first record into the first file, and then second record it will go to the second one, third it will go into third, fourth, and then some randomly numbers that you can use it. So based on that, it will copy the first 5 records to the first file, and the or maybe the sequence number will get. So this is another condition that you can use it here. So that's the same thing I was mentioning, right? So here, so if you want to copy, let's say like you have 10 records, I mean maybe 100 records. Okay, when we use this command, so first in the first file, what all the records it will be copied, like first record and the fifth record, then ninth record, then 13th record, and so on in the first file. In the second one will have second, seventh, sixth. So that way the sequences will be copied to that specific file. So basically we are trying to split this. So if you have to write the program, so you need to write a code, input file, output file, and all those logic that you wanted to copy it. Okay, so that's how we. Okay, so I hope. So just to recap, so what are the different shortcuts that we have covered? Let's me go to this. So first one is copy. So just it will just copy the files from input file to another file. And the next one we have seen a shortcut which does unsorting in either in ascending order or descending order. The next one is if you want to skip a specific records, so you can use this skip record. It will skip the first 10 records and it copies the rest of the skip record. And if you want to skip the first records, and if you want to just only copy the 5 records after that, you can use stop after. And the next one is if you want to eliminate the duplicates, so you use this specific shortcut. And similarly, if you want to copy the duplicate records to output file, you can use XM. And the next one is use applying a condition based on some condition in the input file. If you want to copy the data, just you can copy those using include condition. And the next one is if you want to exclude the records based on some condition, you can use omit. And the next one is indirect. This is about the formatting. So if you want to format the input file and copy, if you want to copy the specific fields from the input file into the output file, so then you use an indirect. And similarly outrect is also used. So performance wise, indirect is better. Just you can see the difference and you can use it. And as I said, you can try with adding 1 million records and you can search the difference. And another one is if you want to split the file and copy a specific records to file number 1, file number 2 and file number 3 or so on, then we use outfill files. And similarly we can use different options into the output files, like if you want to copy random files like 1, 5, 9, 13 to this and 2, 6 and so on. So that way you can use the split option here. So these are the very important shortcuts. So I hope I have covered almost the very important shortcuts. I hope this will be helpful to you all. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you feel like this video is really helping you, please do share this video to whomever it can be benefited. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe to my channel.